One second, guys. Alright, guys, just had to share that real quick. What's up, man? It's your boy Defness45. I'm coming back at you with another day of DFS. Yesterday wasn't awful, I guess I would say. Not bad in FanDuel, not bad in DK again. Let's just look at some of what I was talking about yesterday. History. So the best lineup I had was 175.9, which was right here, which was Odorizzi, Wainwright, which I talked about both, right? I was on Moreland. I was on the Angels stack. I talked about Kipnis being cheap again. Trout. We even got a goose egg from Owatani. And still not bad. 175.9, guys. But again, I talk a lot about pitching. You got to get the pitchers right or somewhat right. And I feel like you need to pay down a little bit. Don't pay too much for pitchers. Spend a little more on bats. Balance out the construction or the build, for say. So let's go back here and let's start looking at early slate first, right? So this would be the early slate, which is 6 games, and then we have an 8-game main slate tonight. I'll cover both. I got the time today to do it, so having kind of a rough day. Just guys, take the time this weekend. Take the time every day, really, to spend with your loved ones. My uncle, some of you know, has been battling stage 4 brain cancer for a while. He was actually told back in beginning of January that he had 3 months to live. He's still around, but they're thinking any day. He's kind of at the end of his fight. He's finally decided to give up. And a big thing I'll always remember him for, take for him, is that no matter what somebody tells you, no matter what, there's always hope. Continue to fight, because he could have completely given up and just let it go, and he may have passed earlier than 3 months, but he went damn near over 5 months. So he got an extra 2 months, and it's only been bad for him the last week or two. So he's had a decent quality life for 4.5, almost 5 months, and he was given 3 months. So continue to fight. That's one thing I always take from Uncle Davis, is continue to fight, always fight. And you don't give up until you know there's nothing more you can do, and you don't have any more fight in you. And that's exactly what he did, where he finally had to just let his medication take over, because the pain was so bad that it made him kind of go into the state now where he's in. So, but enough of that. Let's talk about our pitchers. So, guys that are going to be popular, obviously, Trevor Bauer, right? So again, if you're playing 10-15 lineups, I wouldn't mind throwing in some athletics in there, because Bauer's going to be popular, as he should be. But again, we're trying to be different. We're trying to be creative. We're trying to be unique. Anybody, any team can have a great day and go off. Cole Hamels against the Brewers. Mike Michaelis against the Pirates, which I do like, although I do like Polanco, which I'll talk about. Turnbull against Minnesota. I love the Minnesota Bats. Continue to ride them. Stroman I love against the White Sox today. Davies I don't mind against the Cubs. Bonita I love too as well against the Tigers. Bundy against the Angels. Lyles I don't mind against the Cardinals. Nova against Toronto. Brooks against Cleveland. And Harvey against Baltimore, right? So if you look over here, like I always do, I show you guys a split screen, showing you kind of cruncher. If we do Stroman and Pineda, that's kind of what our lineup would look like, right? Altuve should be playing. So as you can see, it loves the Red Sox, which I do love too. So I love the Twins. I love going back to Polanco, Kepler, and Rosario. They're not cheap anymore, right? They were 3-4 days ago when I was on them. You got that savings. You're not getting the savings anymore, but I continue to feel like they're worth paying up for. So, Red Sox bats. Love Moreland, man. He was a monster again yesterday. He continues to be a monster. So, Mitch Moreland, Mookie Betts, JD Martinez, Xander Bogaerts, and then Astros, Altuve, Bregman, Springer, Brantley. And then my one-offs, Jason Hayward should be batting 1. Ryan Braun, lefty against a righty, is always a good spot. Polanco, again, I wouldn't even mind putting Polanco in a stack against Mike Michaelis. And then Brian Reynolds, I don't mind for a cheap savings for the Pirates, the young rook. And then Tommy La Stella as well. Should be leading off again for the Angels. Another savings monster. So let's just kind of see what we can build here. Let's throw Stroman in, right? Let's throw, what are we doing here? Pineda on this one. Hopefully Pineda can start going a few more innings. He's still coming back from that surgery. So, and again, catcher, unless I'm going like Garver or Grandal, probably just going to go ahead and write out Maldonado, if he's, maybe he's not. Let's just go Grandal against Hamels then. Switch hitter. Okay. First base, yeah, I'm really going to love Moreland today. It's going to be hard to get me away from him. Are we in the wrong one? I'm in the wrong slate here, guys. I am. That would probably help if we did this. Alright. That changed a little. So again, Twins heavy, Cleveland, which is cheap, against Oakland. So Stroman, smoke. So let's do this. We got that crunch, but let's go back to what we're building here. So yeah, it's got Grandal in there already. Santana. So it's kind of liking against Oakland. Again, Kipnis is cheap, right? $3,200. We can go there. Third base, it's going to go my boy Tommy. Stella. Short, like we talked about, Polanco. Not cheap, but man. Or wait, no, it's going to take... I would probably go Polanco here over Simmons and move some things around. But let's just see what this does. Cruz, Rosario, and Kepler, right? And again, Kepler's the cheapest out of the bunch. So, we look like something like this, right? So that'd be one. Let's take that lineup. Let's put in Polanco, right? Just kind of see where we get to here. So let's import. It's the one I built earlier. Now let's go here. Let's go Polanco, right? Now we got a drop, so we got 800. I would get off Cruz probably. And here's where we could put Polanco in. We could run the Polanco train, right? Could look something like that. I'm pretty comfortable in a lineup with something like this. Okay. Now let's do this. Let's go early again. So let's change up this a little bit. Let's go, let's see, Davies. So what if we went Davies like this? So this is kind of what it'll give us. Davies, Pineda, Grandal, Caron, Kipnis, La Stella, Simmons, Cruz, Rosario. Again, I would probably substitute Cruz out for Polanco and Simmons. So I'd go something like this. And I'll show you a crunch as well with, give me a second here. Kipnis. Frazier is an interesting option as well at $3,700. Let's just see when we do this versus Kipnis, but Kipnis is cheaper. So let's go Tommy La Stella. Alright, so I'm going to put Polanco in. We're going to probably... Kipnis. So let's go Rosario. Right? Kepler. Rosario. And then it'll look something like that again. Alright, so that's where we got something like that to look at. What's up, Chris, man? How you doing, man? Just going over the early slate for DraftKings and also the main slate. Kind of a tough morning, but I'm getting through. My uncle should be passing any day from his fight with cancer, which will be good. Will be a blessing for him, so he's not no longer in pain. I kind of talked about it a little bit earlier. I'm doing all right, bro. How you doing? So then we could also get off both these guys and go something like this. Crunch it with Stroman and McCallus. See, really heavy, which I don't mind. We could just throw a lineup in here just like this. Call it a day. Yeah, I appreciate it, brother. It sucks, but at the same time, it'll be a blessing for him at this point. He was in beginning of January. He was told that he would have 3 months really max to live, and he surpassed that. So I guess it was not. He just recently went downhill, like just recently. So he's been active up till about a week or so ago. So I mean it's hard, man. It's hard anytime you lose someone, family that's close, but it's probably the best thing that could happen at this point now that we're where he's at, in his life. So I just want the pain to be gone for him. No more, he fought long enough. He gave one hell of a fight, and that's one thing I'll never forget. And that's what I talked about, man. And you could swap out Braun, like right here. You could swap out Braun with Kepler. Like, he's a one-off I talked about. Oh, happy birthday, man. Go get that license. My son's 16. He just turned 16 here on 27th. Go out and get that license, man. Let's do one more build in the early, and then we'll go on to the main slate, because I told you guys I've covered both today. You get them both in one video here, so Panita, let's go Roman. So let's throw in some of my one-offs, right? So Reynolds, cheap. Ryan Reynolds, $3,400. Base, La Stella. So let's just do this and see kind of where we're landing. Hayward, feel right. So let's see what we can build leading off with kind of my one-off guys. Castro, it's interesting. Lefty. I'd probably go Grandal over. I'd have a lineup with Castro, though. I don't mind Castro at the bottom of the order, lefty against the righty. I think it's a good smash spot for him. I'd probably just stay on Kipnis here, save the money, right? I mean, he's doing all right. He's not doing anything crazy. He doesn't have the craziest upside, and that's what we're looking for. But I think he'll do, right? Justin Smoke. We can go, or we can go Cron even. Or Carpenter, you could even put Carpenter in there. I don't mind Carpenter again. He's always a good one-off guy for me. Polanco, and then we got 5,300. I would probably go Rosario here. And let's see, Smoke. Yeah, we can go Goldie or probably do something like that. Just be more of a balance off my one-offs. Just right here. Right. Okay. Your permit or your license? Alright, guys. Let's switch to main slate. I'm going to try to get out and enjoy this day here, so we're going to go through it. I mean, I'll answer any questions or anything, but, so, and the Twins are playing, so I'll be back on the Twins again. For sure. That'll be one of my teams. Garrett Cole, DeGrom are going to be popular. Scherzer's going to be popular. Buehler's going to be popular. So I'd maybe attack with a little bit of Texas bats for GPP, right? I'll go Stewart here. Let's go Stewart. And as my main pitchers, I like Gray. I don't mind Gray today, right? Don't mind Kelly either. These would be pitchers I'd be looking at. Let's just do a crunch and see where this ends up. So this is what main slate kind of crunch would look like with Gray and Cole Stewart, right? So let's dive in here. So if we went John Gray, Stewart's super cheap, right? Not a great first game, but I think he bounces back here with against the Tigers. Not too concerned. I don't know why, man. They're really on Daniel Murphy. I'd probably go elsewhere. Maybe like a Santana against a Cole. Maybe even Reynolds if he's going to play. No. Let's just look at Santana here. Second base, and we're going to have Altuve and Bregman. This is where I'm going to be big on the Astros, right? Actually, yeah. I think I got my slates mixed up here, guys. I apologize. I told you stacks like Astros and them. Twins would be both early in Maine. Astros would be late. Indians and Twins would be my main stacks for the early guys. I apologize. I got that mixed up. Just realizing that now. Bregman. A lot going on here. You can always run Story. I would go Polanco here over Story all day, every day right now. Nelson Cruz, Rosario, and Kepi, baby. Kepler. Gives you 5. Hondo. See who we can do at first base. 49. Hondo. Maybe Freddie Freeman instead. Be like a one-off, a lefty against a righty, right? Batting 305. So main slate, this is something I'd go at. Cole's a real risky GPP play. Real risky. I'm not saying he's like a guarantee. Well, GPP's never guaranteed anyway, but I'm taking a shot at him. I think against the Tiger Bats. Let's go. Let's do it. Why not? Doubleheader day. So that's something like we'd be looking at, right? I'll probably flip FanDuel over for a second too here. Let's switch it up a little bit. Let's get Stewart out of there. So Gosman would be interesting for me as well. Maybe Anthony DeSclafani. So if we did something like this, so this is what would pop up. More Astros, right? So you go Gray, Osman. They like Gomes in there. 29 hundo. Sorry if I'm not as energetic today, guys. Just with all the news, I'm just kind of a little down. Trying to fight through it. Didn't even know if I was going to really do this today, but I don't want to stop bringing you guys for who appreciates it, who it helps, and just my opinions on plays. Appreciate everybody who watches me, supports me. You guys are the real ones. You guys are always the real ones. Got a little Harper action, a little Kepler, right? So, something like that. So I'd be looking at like something like that, right? And let's do. Let's go to lobby. Let's do a little build here. Let's go early. That one, we get that one. And guys, again, pointers. I usually play low entry, so dollar GPPs, right? When I'm playing GPPs, $1, $2. Those are really usually the highest I'll play. And then once you get comfortable in building, and like once you build, what I would suggest is playing some like 3-man or 5-man tournaments just against 3 or 5 people. Basically just running your GPP lineup, your best, what you feel is your best GPP lineup, and attacking that way, because that's where I feel you could have some leverage as well. So let's look at early here. Okay, so pitchers, we're going to be kind of on the same guys, right? Bonita, Kalis. So let's see what this brings us. Low salary pitchers, so it should bring us some good. So yeah, Red Sox, heavy Red Sox, right? Like we talked about before. Moreland, I just love Moreland. I guess he's not in the DraftKings though, Slate. It's in between. And sometimes DraftKings and FanDuel will be different as far as because the time frames and what they cover. So why would it have Garwin in here? I don't get that. So probably have to go something like this. Carpenter, Polanco. We'll have to adjust in the outfield. So Benintendi. I'd probably go Rosario here. Benintendi. So maybe take Rosario or Betts. Let's see where we land. Throw Kepler in there. Oh shit, we still don't have. So we'll have to dump him. We'll have to go Laura. So we'll probably go down to Polanco. Can we get a utility for 2,500 that has upside? I'm sure we can find somebody. Brian Reynolds. Talked about him before, right? Brian Reynolds. There you go. So that's what a lineup would look like. FanDuel early for me. I'll show you a crunch with Michaelis. We got JK playing today too. Marwin is not playing, so you got to pull him out of that. Alright. So let's go to main slate. I'll show you main quick, and I'll talk about a few other things and wrap it up here. And I'm going to go enjoy my day with my kids and try to enjoy life. Alright. DeGrom, look at that. 11-3. $60 or almost 60 points projected. Let's just see what kind of crunch it gives you with DeGrom. You're going to see they actually get some decent bats in here, which is interesting. So let's plug one of these in, and then I'm going to go back to my lower salaried. I already got these filled. Now remember, DeGrom, he's been on fire, but he can... Somebody can, like, look at here, when we attacked him. 3 points. He was one of the highest. Alright. So we got Tyler White. What? Ty France, who's been an interesting player. Frazier. I'm just kind of showing you this. I'm going to plug this one lineup in with this craziness. I don't mind. So Cave is an interesting option. $2,000 on FanDuel. You might want to look at him on DraftKings as well. Maybe a guy to look at, to point out. He can hit. He hasn't played much this year. But, Zoe, no. What is she trying to do? Oh. So, something like that. So, this will be something like with your high dollar, high price pitcher, DeGrom. To get some of my shake in the gym after I went to group this morning. My lift down. Alright. Any more dollar? See, I like get into like these $250 minis with like 300 people. I win a lot of those. Those are fun. Well, let's build a five. Let's do a 3-man, like a $5 3-man. Right here. All right. So let's see what we can build with our best. This is main, right? Yeah. I don't know about this. See what our other options are here. We'll take a shot here. Is this early or is this late? It's early. Alright. That's why. Stay in. Sorry, my bottle's in the way here, guys. Oh, yeah. We still got these to do. Alright. So, let's build this. $2,000 is just too cheap for a cave, man. Way too cheap. 2,200. I almost think go this route. Do this because we can only have 4 guys, right? What does 3,000 utility leave us? We can't go Minnesota. Cano is interesting. Lefty. Right. Maybe we get off Cruz. Let's put Cron back in there, and then let's go 3,900 in our outfield. This is where you gotta kind of adjust sometimes when you're building your lineup. Play around, move some guys around. We got Acuna, we got McCutcheon against Keller. Acuna against Kelly, which might not be a bad play. Let's run Acuna in there, right? Something like this. Go with something like that as well, guys. Get in there. Alright. Let's fill those 2 other ones. With a different pitcher. Just kind of giving you guys, not many people on right now, so I'm just kind of doing my own thing. Building some lines. And so you get Bregman in here and Altuve. So Osman. Ron. Altuve. Just check to make sure these injuries and stuff, make sure these guys are playing. The biggest key, too, to success, and a big key in DFS, too, guys, really honestly, is to check your lineups right before lock. Make sure everybody's still playing. Somebody didn't get scratched. Sometimes it happens with pitchers, too. Like, the pitcher will be starting. Something comes up. He's no longer pitching, right? So these are all little things like managing your lineups properly, which really can make or break you. Because if you get one guy scratched, you get a goose egg, it's very hard to come back from that. Very hard. There's my Bregman play. So, right? Alright, guys. I'm going to about wrap it up here. It's been 30 minutes. I've been kind of about blabbing. Just trying to get myself thoughts off other things. So I do apologize again. But wish you guys all luck again. Remember, check the weather. Check your lineups. All your lineups before they start, right? Make sure you got everything set and good and everybody's in place. Again, don't be afraid to go against the public. You know, like guys I might be talking about or plays. Why is this guy doing it? Well, it's GPP, right? Anybody is a play. Anybody can be in play. Anybody can hit a home run on any given day. You're trying to find the guys with the highest upside again, highest ceiling, highest upside. That means guys that can hit 2-3 home runs in a game. Not just get lucky and hit one, right? Or can hit a cycle, or can drive in 5, 6, 7 RBIs in a day. These are the guys we're looking for. A pitcher who can get strikeouts. A win is a bonus, right? A win is a plus. We're not looking for that win. We're looking for high strikeouts. We're looking for high Ks, because Ks are what get us the points. Accumulated strikeouts for the pitcher. So think of it like that, guys. Again, I appreciate you guys supporting me. I appreciate you guys watching. Please like, please subscribe. We continue to get closer to the 500 sub giveaway, which will be awesome. There will be multiple winners. If anybody knows me and my giveaways, I'm usually very nice with them. So let's get it. Drive it home. Share my stuff. Get my name out there. Do what you can for me. And as always, guys, again, please, please do some things you normally don't do. Do some that are positive. Do some things today, tomorrow, this week that you wanted to do that you haven't done. That maybe you've been afraid to do. Go out and do them, right? Because we only have so much time on this earth, and let's make the best of it. All right. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. And with that, peace.